let's do it. Event 1, judges. We're gonna walk through each one of the movements and the standards, what you're looking for, what you're responsible for, and I even have your scorecard, and at the end, we'll walk through what the scorecard looks like and how you're going to fill it out, right? So event 1 is a chipper. It has lateral burpees over the dumbbell, an 800-meter run, then it's gonna be double dumbbell burpee deadlifts, another 800-meter run, and then 20 double press. The 800-meter run is on the track. It's one time around the track. So teams are gonna be starting at their mats. When they're done their set number of either burpees over the dumbbell, whatever movement they're doing, then they are going to go for a run together. They both need to run the full length of the track, get back to their mat. They cannot start the next movement until both athletes are on the mats, right? So let's walk through it. The first movement is a lateral burpee over the dumbbell. Lateral means that they're gonna be parallel to the dumbbells. Thighs and chest have to touch the floor. They can step up or jump up from their burpee, and then they're gonna jump over the dumbbells. That's RX and scaled. Now, when they jump over the dumbbells though, both feet don't necessarily have to take off at the same time, right? They can do like a little hop, that's fine, but what they cannot do is just step over them. They have to actually leave the ground and have some sort of jump, okay? So that's gonna be RX and scaled, right? Once they're done 40, they can alternate as many times as they want. If one person wants to do 10, then the next person does 10, or they're switching every 5, but one person's gonna work at a time. When the 40 is completed, they go for a run around the track together. You stay at your station. You're just waiting for them to get back. Once they get back, then the next movement, they have 30 double dumbbell burpee deadlifts. So they're gonna do a burpee. The chest does not have to touch the ground. It can either be chest touches the ground or chest to the dumbbell, but the chest has to touch the dumbbell at least, all right? Then from here, they can step up or jump up, and it's a deadlift, so they have to stand all the way. What we're looking for is the shoulders are in line with the hips all the way down, right? They cannot still be bent over, right? So if someone is still slightly bent over, you can give them the cue to say stand up all the way, right? Make sure that they're standing up. They can do a traditional deadlift where the dumbbells are on the outside like Josh just did, or they can do a sumo style, which is perfectly fine, but with the sumo style, athletes have more of a tendency to be bent over. So watch that, and we're gonna talk about that in the briefing in the morning. They need to make sure that their shoulders are stacked over their hips and they're actually standing tall, right? So they're gonna complete 30 of those. Then they're gonna go for their run around the track again. Last movement are double press. Double press is going to be burpee, so chest either touches the mat or it touches the dumbbells, and then they're gonna take both of those dumbbells overhead. It can be snatch, locked out over top, or they can do a clean and jerk, or a clean to the shoulder and then shoulder to overhead. Press, jerk, as long as they finish locked out over top. The movement starts with the burpee, and it finishes with both the dumbbells locked out at the top, all right? So the workout is done when the teams have completed their 20 double press. Remember, it's one person works at a time, so it's not 20 individually, it's 20 as a team, and they can split it up however they want. If they want one person to do all 20 double press, that's fine. They can choose to do that, but most likely they'll be splitting them up, all right? So, anything else?
For the double press, really watch that bicep in the ear. Sometimes it likes to come out in front.
Yeah.
Just make sure we do have that in control at the top. So it's not a wonky, they're stepping, they're showing control before they come back down.
Yep. A lot of it has to do with making sure that they just finish the movement, whether it's standing up from the deadlift or really finishing up at the top for the double press. All right? So then we have the score sheet. All right, so for the score sheet, when it comes to you, the team name will already be written up there, the heat time, and what division. You don't need to worry about that. But it is going to start with 40 lateral burpees over the dumbbell. One person works at a time. You are going to just tally whatever kind of works for you so that you can keep track. As soon as they're done 40, then they can run together. They can leave the mat, 800-meter run, and then you are going to have a stopwatch. You're going to take a look at your stopwatch when they both get back to the mat, and you're gonna notate the time when they both finished that first run, right? Then they're gonna chip away again, 30 double dumbbell burpee deadlift, one person working at a time. You can check it, you can tally it however you need to count it. Then they go for their another run, Again, you are going to put the time that both athletes together, they finished that run. We're gonna use that as potentially tie break times if we need to. And then you've got your 20 double devil press. One person works at a time on those, and you can just tally. As soon as they're done their 20th rep, then you take a look at your stopwatch and you notate the time, and you need to make sure you sign the bottom. We need to know who is judging, so if we have a question, we can come back to you and talk to you. Athletes then at the end also need to sign off on it. There will be score sheet runners. You stay at your station. Don't go anywhere. We will have someone come to you to collect the scorecards. You just need to make sure that's filled out and it's very clear what their times were throughout, and that you signed it and the athletes signed it. Be sure to show up to the station that morning or afternoon, whenever you're set to judge. You need to make sure that you are showing up on time, because that is where we are going to answer your questions. We're going to do a judges briefing right before the event, and so if you have more questions, we will review it then, but please make sure you are watching this video and watching it more than once if you need to, and then reviewing the scorecard. Let's do it.